Welcome to our channel. In today's short documentary, we will take you through the process of constructing large-scale wind turbines. From foundation to blade manufacturing to final assembly, you will see every step of how these important sources of clean energy come to life. The first step in this major project is breaking ground, which is done using dynamite and heavy-duty excavators. Once the hole is made, trenches must be dug to lay the electrical cables, which will be numerous and heavy due to the high amount of power they will transmit. One wind turbine can generate between 7 and 8 megawatt-hours of electricity per year. This is equivalent to the energy consumption of about 1,000 homes. The first step in the foundation phase is applying the first layer of concrete, covering and flattening the entire floor area. The inner circle is left in the middle of the hole to provide room for the anchor cage. The anchor cage is composed of two semicircular steel pieces connected by steel rods and secured with 10.9 centimeter bolts. The anchor cage is an essential part of the wind turbine structure. It connects the wind turbine tower to the foundation and, due to its flexibility, is designed to withstand the various forces that the wind turbine will be subjected to, including wind, ice, and earthquakes. Once the core of the anchor cage has been set, the construction of the exterior skeleton of the anchor cage begins. The exterior skeleton is built using a complex rod structure consisting of perpendicular flat rods at the base and curved rods on top, creating a vault-like shape that will effectively distribute the weight of the wind turbine. A steel structure needs to be filled with concrete to be completed. A concrete pump efficiently handles this task, using a hose to transfer the concrete from a truck or container to the site. Approximately 1,000 cubic meters of concrete will be required for this mill, which translates to 100 truckloads. As the concrete dries and is covered with soil, the foundation takes shape, preparing us for the final assembly of the mill. But before we return to the site, let's examine the process of manufacturing and transporting the blades. The manufacturing process of a wind turbine blade begins with the application of a layer of gel coat, which serves as a protective coating for the blade surface. This is followed by the application of a layer of fiberglass, which adds strength and stability to the blade. Next, a layer of tropical wood is added for its ability to support heavy loads while remaining lightweight. The two shells are then joined together to form the blade. Because the blades are made using molds to create the two shells, excess material needs to be removed. The blade is then polished and will be ready for final testing and assembly. This record-breaking blade measures an impressive 88 meters in length and weighs over 20 tons. It is crucial to subject it to testing to ensure that it can withstand extreme conditions and won't break or fall apart during operations. The blades undergo various fatigue tests, which can take up to 12 weeks. They are ready to be transported to the site and, due to their length, which is longer than the wingspan of a large plane, this will not be an easy task. The company Dole, in charge of the transportation systems, has perfected a magnificent set of vehicles to handle this task, like the self-steering trailer you can see here. The transportation of a blade of this size can cause disruptions to traffic. At times, police and traffic control teams may need to implement rolling roadblocks on highways for parts of the journey. Therefore, they try to take quieter country routes to avoid traffic in more populated areas. After a lengthy journey, the team arrives at the construction site, ready to assemble the wind turbine. The final assembly process of the wind turbine will now begin with the attachment of the first piece that will make up the tower to the foundation. It will be secured using large bolts and a high-power screwing machine. The second piece of the tower is lifted by the crane. The operators work from a platform that is placed at the height of the joints between the pieces of the tower. They ensure that the pieces align and fix more than 100 screws in place. This project requires a massive crane that takes 6 days to assemble and can lift up to 6 tons. The final part of the tower is placed, and the height of this type of wind turbine can reach as high as the Statue of Liberty. Once the tower is securely in place, the nacelle is installed. This crucial component converts the kinetic energy of the wind into electricity and weighs as much as 4 school buses. The rotor hub serves as the central point to where the blades are attached, transmitting the rotational force generated by the blades to the nacelle. Now, the blades need to be attached. One of the more challenging parts of the process. A hook is attached to the blade's center of gravity, allowing a single crane to move it and keep it parallel to the ground while attaching it to the rotor. After attaching one blade, the crane operator must be extra careful as they remove the hook to prevent any accidents. The team then carefully prepares the final blade for easy assembly in the heights, where the work is especially difficult and dangerous. The crew must have nerves of steel to securely fasten the blade to the rotor, as even a small mistake can have serious consequences. The wind turbine is now finished and ready to produce large amounts of clean energy for decades. The cost for this large and complex project is significant, with each individual unit costing more than $3 million. Thank you very much for your time, and stay tuned for the next Quantum Tech HD short documentary.